Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Welcome into the new Lloydminster Nissan. We are now located on Highway 17 South in our brand new building, and we invite you to come in and check it out. Drive through the lot. You'll see a lot of inventory on the lot, and when you make a purchase here at the new Lloydminster Nissan, we'll have some fun as well with a fun summer game. We'll play a beanbag toss or cornhole, whatever you want to call it. We have that summer fun game for you, a chance to win some prizes like gas cards and some parts certificates and all kinds of prizes to be won there. Just, summer's not done yet, so let's have a little more fun coming up here in August. Well, Marilyn Hougham is going to join us in a bit. This is Maria Kokonas, of course, from Spiro's, co-hosting all week long, getting us ready for Maria Days. But we did head out to Frenchman Butte to talk to Marilyn Hougham about the Frenchman Butte Museum Festival that is coming up on Sunday here, and we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But Maria, you love going out there. Like that's your jam, eh?
It is my jam. We went out there on Monday because why not? Why not go to Frenchman Butte? The tea house that's out there is open from end of May, I believe, to September 1st. And you know what? You go out there and you put $10 in the jar. I love that it's a jar too. It's a jar with a little slit in the top. And that's kind of their recommended price for lunch. So they have this beautiful tea house, beautifully set up with tables and chairs, and they're running by volunteers. And I'm going to tell you what we had for lunch on Monday. Are you ready?
Yep.
We had macaroni salad, delicious. And Marilyn actually was cooking that day, and she had hot dog buns that she'd cut in half, and hot dogs cut in half, and cheese melted on it. Okay, now you might be like,
No.
a hot dog? Oh, and fresh pickles. So we helped ourselves, Bill and I helped ourselves, and it was buffet style. And we sat down, and I swear to God, I wanted to get another hot dog. It was so good. I almost thought to myself, why can't I cook like that? No, I'm serious. It was the best thing I'd ever had. On the way home, we talked about it. I said, how was your lunch? What did you think of that lunch? And he said, that was the best thing ever. Now, if you would have told me that today I was going to be eating a hot dog at lunch, I'd have said, forget it.
You're not a hot dog lover?
I mean, I don't mind them, but, I don't know. The last time we went out to the tea house, they had ham and cheese buns. And again, remember, this is purely run by volunteer, right? So it's what they have, and that's their meal for the day. And we had the most delicious macaroni salad. The funny thing, Kurt, is that they asked me if I would like to volunteer in the tea house. And I'm all about absolutely. And then I think about it and I'm like, you know what? Am I really that good of a cook? Could I just get some ingredients? Canada's top chef. Here's your ingredients in a basket and make a lunch. We'd be hooped. I'd be like, could we send some skip the dishes out here?
I have faith in you. After all, you created Maria's favorite.
I did.
When
That's
your dad
true.
went on vacation.
Yeah,
so
that's true. But it was stuff we had, and I had people to do it.
Yeah.
It would be me, if you and Heather were to come out to the tea house, I'd have to feed you. It would be like you'd be in my hands.
There's a lot of different pressure, you're saying, from when we go to Spiro's?
She had hot dogs, and I kept watching in the kitchen because it was taking a couple minutes, and I thought, I wonder what she's doing. How's she doing that? And then she pulled the hot dogs out of the pot, and I was like, she's boiling them. now I wonder what's going to happen. And she was cutting the hot dog buns, and then they came out and they're beautifully plated in the oven. Pickles that were fresh. Like,
It sounds like you were surprised she was boiling the hot dogs.
I don't even know what I expected.
You don't cook hot dogs at home?
No, listen.
Do you have an air fryer at home?
Okay, I'm going to just tell you something about my house. A couple of years ago at Maria's Days, there was a sign there that says, "I only have a kitchen because it came with the house." And I mean that. I had a friend come and live with me. It was Carla, Jason's wife. Carla came and lived with me for a short time. So Carla apparently knows how to cook. And Maria does know how to cook, but Maria chooses to not cook in her house, okay? So let's get that straight. So anyway, I come home from work one night, and I get out of my car in the garage, and I'm like, what's that smell? Carla's cooking something. And then as I got closer to the door, I was like, oh, she's cooking fish. Well, fish has never been cooked in my house. Carla will laugh at this story, by the way. She thinks it's hilarious. But here's the thing about my pots. Have you ever heard of Staub pots? Staub.
No.
They're really fine French cast iron made in France. And they have the little French flag on them.
You'd only get them as a gift. You'd never buy them.
No, I bought them.
Oh,
I bought
wow.
them because
Okay.
I wanted the Staub line in my house. I chose the porcelain gray or whatever it was. En français gris.
Okay.
So anyway, I have this whole set of pots in my house, never used. Price tag still on the bottom, French flag still on the top. Had owned them at this point. Oh, Carla was with me a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, I suppose. So I'd probably now owned them for about 5 years. Okay? Never used. Prided myself that my stove had never been turned on.
So what do? You just go out to eat?
I have a restaurant a block away from
Yeah,
my
but you eat there every day?
Yes.
Not on Mondays.
My mom and dad are always home on Mondays, and my mom feeds our whole family. Also, to that note, we nearly starve to death in the summer when they leave for Greece. That's a really sad thing, by the way. Anyway, so I get home, and Carla's cooked in my stove pots. Well, my knees were a little weak, but, I was like, oh, I see you made dinner. I was still jittery. Like, my heart rate was up.
Well, I would rather have hot dogs than fish.
I just don't cook.
Well, I was going to ask if you had an air fryer because we found that cooking hot dogs in the air fryer tastes like you're cooking them over a campfire. So if you don't have a campfire, but you want the campfire flavor, that's the way to do it. And then when I went to Montreal, somebody said when you go to the Bell Center, you have to try their hot dogs. They're the best hot dogs in the world. They're these gourmet hot dogs, right? All it was a hot dog on French toast.
But good.
It was good. It was okay, but it wasn't like...
But you could make that at home.
I can make that at home, but it wasn't like my mom good. My mom makes like piggies in a blanket, you know, and wraps them with like bacon.
Absolutely.
Like that's like, sell those, I'll be here all the time.
Well, maybe when I work my shift next year at the tea house, we'll have piggies in a blanket. Kurt and Maria will host that day.
You can go to the theater now and buy a hot dog?
Yes, I do know that.
They have the Diamond 7 Meats.
Yeah.
Hot dogs now.
Have you done that?
I haven't. We do eat a lot of Diamond 7 Meats, but we haven't done the hot dog thing. It's so easy with the popcorn. Like, you have to have the popcorn when you go to the movie, right?
I literally go to
I could not go to a movie.
I go to the movie theater just to buy the popcorn and then go home.
Yeah, so we've done that too.
It's so good.
Yeah, we've done that when we're going to watch something. Like, I'll go get it. And then especially during the pandemic when they were selling the big yellow bags, then I'd go get one of those, take it to the lake. And everybody would just absolutely love it. Speaking of the movie theater, have you gone to any of the big summer blockbuster movies?
I haven't.
None, eh?
No, I really want to go see Deadpool and Wolverine, but
The reason I bring it up is that's the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. Now. Deadpool, Wolverine. And when I saw the preview for it, I was like, well, there's a movie I'll never see. Because I'm not one of those.
Okay, well, I'm not the superhero movie person either, but I just really like Ryan Reynolds and I really like Hugh Jackman. And I did watch Deadpool, and however many Deadpools there are, so like 5 of them, I don't know, 2 probably. I did watch those, and the whole time I was thinking to myself, "Are you actually watching this, Maria? Like, can you find the remote? Find the remote. Shut it off. Nope, right to the end."
The one movie I have gone to see so far this summer was Horizon,
How was
the
that?
Kevin Costner movie. It was amazing. Like I understand now why when he did the film festival thing and they got up and gave him a standing ovation. Unfortunately, nobody went to it. So it was supposed to be released here coming up, I think, in a week or something like that. The second part of it. There's 4 parts to that movie.
Okay.
So the second part was supposed to be released, but they didn't make enough money on the first release.
Oh no.
So they're delaying the second movie. So that I think what they're trying to do is get people to watch it at home on the streaming services.
Okay.
And then you'll get hooked and then you'll figure out.
Going to the number
But
4.
this is like, it's really good. Like it's really done well. And my favorite Western of all time would probably be The Searchers with John Wayne. And then Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood.
Right,
and then
yeah.
maybe this. Like it was really, really good. There's also a really good movie, because you watch Netflix all the time,
Oh,
right?
I do.
There's a really good Western on Netflix called Godless.
Oh yes, I watched it.
It was so
It's
good,
very
wasn't it?
good,
It's got
yes.
Jeff Daniels in it.
Yes,
Plays
it's
the
awesome.
plays the bad guy in
Yeah,
it.
and
yeah.
it's hard to watch him play the bad guy because
Because you see him in Dumb and
I know.
Dumber. Because you
But,
see the Dumb and Dumber guy.
I saw him in another Netflix series just early summer, and you know what? I can't remember what it's called. But he's a little bit ruthless in this one too. But he's like, it's like, you know, in the 2000s, and wow, was he ever a good actor? I was so impressed with him.
Yeah, I Godless is right up there for me. I really enjoyed that movie. Like, it's not Lonesome Dove miniseries
No.
good, but it's still pretty darn good. The other thing I noticed last night, I don't know if you saw this or not, but you know what we're gonna go see? I was thinking about going to see Twisters too, because I heard it's really good.
I've heard that too.
And you know what I've heard the most about it? This is so strange, but people have been telling me you should go see Twisters. It's not woke.
Really?
Yes. Well, isn't that a strange thing for people? Like,
Yeah.
Like, would you ever go to a movie thinking this movie is going to be woke? I don't think that I have ever. Like, I've gone to movies and then went, there was a character in there I'm not sure it belonged. I guess that's their way of making it.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I've heard that from people going, yeah, go see it. It's not woke.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Maybe.
and it has nothing. And the other thing I didn't realize with it has nothing to do with the first movie. It's like on its
Okay.
own.
Really?
Yeah, there's no like visit the past characters
Yeah.
and anything like
Well,
that.
that's what I wondered if we were going to see a couple of those guys.
Yeah,
in there.
no, they're way too old now, I guess.
suppose. I think it's
And I
still
don't
be.
know if the Shania Twain song is in it or not.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Twisters was a great show.
Twister was a good
Yeah.
movie.
Kind of scary though, because it kind of seemed like it was out when there was,
Yes.
however many years ago was that? 30.
Oh, it's 25 years ago or something
Yeah.
like that. 24 years ago. I remember going to see it. The 90s was the best movies. The 90s had
Without
the
a doubt.
best movies,
Yeah.
without a doubt. The other thing I saw last night was nobody won the Lotto Max. So now it's up to $107 million.
Okay,
so
that's
there's
life-changing.
70 million, and then there's 37 million. And what I saw when I won that is because I know what I'd do with the money. And I think the biggest thing for me would be likely helping family members, helping friends out that I know are struggling. That would be one of the
Yeah.
best things that I could do with that money.
sure.
It's not like I couldn't use the money either, believe me. If I win 70 million, that would just about get me out of debt. So that would be great.
Oh my goodness.
But I thought about you and I was like, if Maria won 70 million, and here's the thing, there are people in your life you might not want to win the big million, because I was like, if Maria won the 70 million, would we still have a Spiro's restaurant that was still owned by a Kokonas? Like,
That's a very, very good
So you
question.
win the
'cause
70
I think that all the time.
you do you?
I do. I think if I won big, would I be out there the next day pounding a for sale sign in the ground
To give away.
to give away free? Take it. I don't know. Like I've really thought it out. Sometimes I play it out in my head because I will play things right out in my head, and then I start living it. I have commitment issues on every level, but when it's my own little dream, I'm like, I'm committed to this.
Yeah, you're not allowed to win it because then we probably won't have a Kokonas.
Probably wouldn't have a coconut. Probably not.
Spiro's.
Yeah.
Somebody come in, change the name completely.
Free to give away
Yeah.
to a good family.
Tommy's favorites. What?
Yeah.
What is this? It's a hot dog.
Joe's favorite.
It's Marilyn Hougham's favorite.
Yeah.
It's a hot dog with mac and cheese on it.
Marilyn's
Marilyn.
favorite.
Yeah, Marilyn's favorite.
It's macaroni salad and an open-faced hot dog with
There's
cheese.
nothing wrong with that. Actually,
Would you like pickles or beets on the side?
a few years ago at the fair, the big treat was macaroni and cheese and a hot dog on one bun. Right? That was a big thing. And here, okay, we went down to the States. And here's another treat that I was shocked to see people walking around with. Big honking turkey legs.
Turkey legs.
Have you seen?
I have.
They just like it's a huge thing in the States. Big turkey legs. Like,
And I have
we have turkey at Thanksgiving.
I'm
Nobody
never
wants the
sure.
drumsticks.
Anyway, I did order one. Did you order one?
No, we didn't order
Okay,
one.
I tried it.
We ordered hot dogs with pepperoni and
Well, I had to try the turkey thing because I was like, is that even good? It doesn't even look good. Like it's this big. It's about that big. People are just holding
It's
it.
huge. It's
Yeah,
like a Fred
huge.
Flintstone chicken wing
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it's big. But Disneyland, they're all over Disneyland.
Yes, that's where
Yes.
we saw them
Yeah.
too. And it was like, this really is a thing. Like, what do they do with the rest of the turkeys? Because everybody's got a turkey leg walking around.
Oh yeah, I didn't love it.
Well, maybe somebody should try that here.
Yeah.
It might be. And I think it's deep fried. I think they're deep fried. I'm 100% sure they're deep fried. I'm just going to say that. But not that, but when we have at Thanksgiving, does anybody jump on the turkey leg?
No.
No, Mom cuts it up.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
She
there's
cuts the
just
meat off
pieces.
it.
Yeah.
Cuts the meat off, throws the bone away. Like, nobody's walking around.
Maybe that's
Nobody's
what
sitting at
you
the
get into.
table.
I want the turkey leg. I want the neck. I'll take the leg.
Save the heart for me, Clark.
Oh.
Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 22 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or visit them at their 57th Avenue location. They're located right beside Sheepskin Loft. And stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I believe it is superior water. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have a look at what's happening around the Midwest.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster. How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
Welcome back. We're here at the new Lloydminster Nissan. So this is the first year that Saskatchewan Open Farm Days are happening, but they've been happening for a while now in Alberta. And Chatsworth Farm has hosted Open Farm Days for some time now, and they will do so again on Saturday, August 17th. And you can take a guided tour of the yard. You can see the animals and the equipment and enjoy some music and take part in an on-site market as well. That's August 17th at Chatsworth Farm. That's located just north of Vermilion. Paradise Hill Summer Bash is this Saturday night with the Reclaws performing in Paradise Hill. Drew Gregory is the opening act. He actually plays there on Friday night, and you can purchase tickets at the door. And then Brett and Chelsea Novelin told us that Saturday's the big show, and this year you can catch a ride out to see the Reclaws.
So we have 8 tickets to Jordan Davis on October 18th. That's in Edmonton, so and then there's a limo ride to and from included with that, with High Roller Limousine. And then we have on September 2nd to the 5th, we have a Blue Jays package. So 2 people, airfare or from Edmonton to Toronto, and that includes hotels and 2 Blue Jays games. And then we have like a Yeti cooler filled with some refreshments, a Revelstoke package, some workbenches. Yeah, there's all kinds. Some cinnamon buns.
Gravel, bales,
Yeah.
the same auction items we have lots. But we found that these experiences and the fun events sell so well and get people excited. And
The new Lloydminster Nissan CPCA finals will take our next week already. What?
I know, I wrote this. I'm sorry. See, I write it and I put it up on the teleprompter and then I hardly pay attention to it. So
Okay. The new Lloydminster Nissan CPCA finals will take place next week already, August 14th to the 18th at the Halstead Downs. There's one more stop on the CPCA tour, and then next weekend, Champion will drive off in a brand new Pathfinder from the new Lloydminster Nissan. Who wrote this?
I wrote this, but in fairness to me, and Jason will back me up on this.
Oh
It was
my
last
God.
night. So
You've missed connecting words.
I know, I do.
Really?
Because I just kind of glance and just follow along.
Okay.
And
Well,
kind
let's hope this next commercial.
let's hope this one is a little bit better.
The Cabaret on Saturday night features local favorites Jordan Pollard and the Dirt Rich Band, and the headliner is Donnie Lee, who will play lots of music that you will recognize and you'll love to dance to. Tickets are just $20 in advance and $30 at the door.
See, that one I actually did.
There was a connecting word
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you might as well take this one too. 'Cause
Oh,
it's Maria
yay,
Days.
it's all about me. Maria's Days start tomorrow and run through Saturday with local vendors, 45 of them, entertainment, and a pancake breakfast. And the donations from the pancake breakfast are going to Labus. Maria's going to join us. Oh, that's me.
That's, see what I
I'm
mean?
joining us. Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, Jordan Pollard's going to be there, and that's one of the big ones, right? But tomorrow
Tomorrow is
the
the
vendor
vendor.
day.
That's market day, yeah. And actually, we're just at the restaurant now, and they've got the signs up. We've got overflow parking at Integra, and we're going to close some of the parking lot off. And I know that is a little bit annoying, but just remember that it's all for fun. We're having 3 days of fun. We've got the vendor day tomorrow, and people are so excited to come and show us what they're making and the crafts, and you can find some really cool things. If you go to the Sandy Beach Market, you'll find the most amazing things there, right? I'm always intrigued. Well, this past Sunday, I was at Sandy Beach, and so many of them were like, we'll see you on Wednesday. That made me so happy.
Yeah.
And then Cache Cafe is going to be there, and I want to tell you, I had my first Cache Cafe on Sunday. Have you had
Nope, I
their
haven't
drinks?
had it.
Okay, I'm super excited.
Seen a lineup there time to time.
Yeah, like their bobas. I think they're called bobas. And the little beads on the bottom. I mean, you got to get used to drinking them because they'll choke you. But then you pace yourself. You're like, I know one's coming. And they're,
I appreciate the warning.
yeah, don't like, because
Yeah.
you're going to be like, Heather's going to have to do CPR on you.
Someday.
Anyway, yeah. So that's that's Wednesday tomorrow, and that starts I think at 4:30 or 4:30. Let's say 4:30. And then if you had a Lenny here,
Let's
she'd
just
be
say.
like, yeah, just say before supper. Okay, so then Thursday we've got Jordan Pollard, as we mentioned, and she's going to be performing in the parking lot. She's going to be performing on a flatbed trailer. And so bring your lawn chairs, bring your chairs, I'm guessing, I would bring my lawn chair. And again, overflow parking is at Integra Energy, and we're just so thankful they let us use their parking lot. And,
Nice to have friends.
It's good to have friends, yeah, it really is. And then on that's Friday, and then Saturday, we've got a car show in the morning, and we also have the pancake breakfast, which starts at 9.
And the money goes to Labus.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
cause, too.
I remember I showed up just in time last year. Just walked in on time last year. and there was lots of sausage, so I got lots of sausage.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We had lots of sausage left over.
I do. Another Chase the Ace draw tonight at the Lloydminster Exhibition, 7:30. I purchased tickets until 7 p.m. tonight. Jackpot is $53,000. It's over $53,000. Probably going to be over $54,000.
So I'd be allowed to win that one.
You'd be allowed to win that
Because
one,
I'm not going anywhere with $53,000.
Would it be life-changing, though? Because I think it would be life-changing. I think $54,000 is life-changing.
I agree.
Like, that allows you to do a lot.
Some freedom, right?
Well, you could, let's say you have a car payment, you pay off the car payment,
Yeah.
or you buy a brand new car. You can save it for,
You
use
can
it
put
as
it
a
on
down payment for a house.
I could buy something in Frenchman Butte,
You could buy a little villa.
little villa.
There's
in the
lots of
Butte.
things that would, and for a lot of people, I think it would be just catching up.
Oh, yeah,
And then
for
it's
sure.
just, now I don't have to worry about this, now I don't have to worry about that. Now I can go to the grocery store and I can actually afford to buy meat today.
Sausage, so you don't have to come and eat all of mine.
Yeah, that's right. But you can get details on how to purchase tickets for just $10 at lloydx.com, and they even have on there how you can e-transfer, but you have to do that before noon on Wednesdays. Scottish Heavy events are coming to Big Manitou Regional Park on Saturday. The Carnage events will feature all kinds of Scottish Heavy games like the hammer throw. And by the way, Canada just won 2 gold medals with hammer throw. The lady was way more interesting to watch. She was so fun to watch. And we'll find out about what they have going on at Big Manitou Lake by Marsden when Toby Cullen joins us tomorrow. There's stuff for the kids too, lots of stuff. And then they have a beef on a bun supper, and they have a beer gardens that opens from 5 to 7 as well. So that's going to be a fun one. We'll get the details because I have a lot of questions about that. Like there's a lot of blanks to fill in on that. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. Taking care of your belongings, taking care of your property, that's important. But taking care of you and where you and your family are at day to day to day, or as Maria found out, in one day, is what they're all about. 1-833-246-8326. Not only Lloydminster's local disaster service, they're also Lloydminster's largest disaster service. We'll be right back, and when we come back, we're going to take you out to Frenchman Butte and visit with Marilyn Hougham. Well, let's tell you about Wellings of Lloydminster. Wellings of Lloydminster is perfect for those looking for a 55 and older community within a community. They're building a clubhouse right now at Wellings of Lloydminster, and it's a group of 1 or 2 bedroom gorgeous villas, and these are perfect for those that are looking for more freedom. Those are wanting to travel and not wanting to have to worry about who's cutting the grass back at home and who's shoveling the snow, or maybe your health is becoming a concern and you don't want to shovel snow and you don't want to cut the grass when it's minus 40 or plus 40. Well, that's what Wellings of Lloydminster can provide you with. The freedom to keep living your life independently. In fact, if you would like to take a look, you can call Darlene and have a walk through one of their gorgeous villas. You can have a pet if you want. They have garages, and there are 2 bedrooms that are deep enough to have a workbench in. 780-872-8537. Call Darlene. She's the sweetest lady, and she would love to walk you through one of their beautiful villas at Wellings of Lloydminster. Well, we have come out to Frenchman Butte here, and Marilyn Hougham joins us. We're going to talk about this Sunday's Museum Festival here, which is how many years old now?
Well, they're saying that's the 33rd one, but some older people will say no, it started long before that, but it was a different name. So we've been here for a long time, and this year it's the 33rd festival.
Nice.
And Maria comes out all the time.
Oh, I love this festival.
So
it's my favorite.
When you had the opportunity to come out and talk to Marilyn, you jumped at it.
Absolutely. This is like my Maria's Days festival. I love it so much. I usually bring the van out, and you know, the parade that happens here, what do you always say? Because Marilyn's the parade
announcer.
The announcer goes
well,
around.
It depends, but it doesn't really matter how big our parade is or how small it is. We go around the second time.
There's always a second time.
So the kids get a chance at 2 bunches of candy.
Yes.
and so it's really awesome for this small hamlet to have this day and this parade.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
What time's the parade go?
The parade is at 1:30. But if anybody's thinking about putting something in the parade, we ask them to be up on the hill by the church at 12:30. so that we have 3 people that get it together, and it gives them time to get it.
Don't worry about pre-registering, just come
No,
out.
they don't have to. They certainly can if they want, but they don't have to. They can just be up there.
Now, I remember you telling me that this festival is something that this community looks forward to, but also people who come from this community always come back for it too.
Yes, it is. Most of the time, it is reunion. You know, a lot of our older people have gone now, but it's even the 2nd and 3rd generation that are coming back.
Absolutely.
And you know, oh, well, I remember this, and my dad did that, and oh, and there my dad's axe is, you know, all kinds of things. And so it's a very enjoyable day for people that come from a distance as well.
And the entertainment that you have, I'm just looking at this empty space here, that's usually where the entertainment is.
That's
right. And you know, the entertainment that you have here is it's amazing. Like, they just come and they play, and some will sing, and it usually goes for the whole afternoon, I think.
That's right. We start right after the church service, which starts at 11 o'clock. And when that's done, then the entertainment on the stage starts. We have a few that are not from here. One gal from Vermilion this year that we're very excited about. I think she's 15, and she's going to sing and play. We've got the other half of our entertainment is local. You know, we got our old timers that come with their fiddles and their accordions and whatever. And so we're trying this year to get a few ways off and keep our locals as well.
Okay, let's just take a look back here, Marilyn and Kurt. This museum row here, I don't know what this street's called. I say First and Main. That's not what it is, but every year something new is added to it. And I was talking to Bonnie Saunders yesterday, and she said they're working on a phase 4, I think, to it. And as Bill and I were driving out yesterday, we noticed that your tractors are carefully placed on new rocks. They've all just been redone. Like, everything is just, it's pristine. This museum, if you can get a chance to come out here and walk through this museum, this is probably one of the most amazing, and I want to say best kept museums I've ever been to.
Well, you know, my husband and I have been here for 14 years. Tom has had to step away this year as the president because of health reasons. But that does not mean that this place is going to stop.
No.
You know, we've got a great board of directors, and some from local, some that grew up here. And so this street is called 401 Railway Avenue East, is what it's called, right? Because the railway went right through here. And so, you know, there's so much love in this place because we have so many locals.
It's beautiful.
And all these tractors down there and whatever have been, most of them have been repainted or redone here. There's some we have got already restored from the Long family, south of Lloydminster, which we're very grateful for. And on this side, Maria, that you're talking about, the threshing machines and the tractors that are all on the gravel.
Yeah.
My husband, Jim, Tom Hougham, and Jim Priest is another one of our locals that grew up across the river. Last year, they took those all out. They put used granary bags. You know, you see them in the field, these big white. Took that, laid it all down, and then put gravel on top. Then put the machines back. So we're not going to have to cut grass there.
It's beautiful. So, you really need to take a walk.
So it's maintenance that you know, when you've been here long enough, you don't want to do as much work.
Yeah, I agree.
So you come across these things that are very helpful. And you know, we have two summer students this year. It's their 3rd year here. Now they are amazing. They come in the morning, and they just know what they're going to do. And this is well kept because they every day are being.
Okay, I want to talk about quilts and pies. So let's talk about pies first. I know that if you're a member, I did my homework yesterday. I came out here and I talked to Bonnie for a while. If you're a member, you need to make 3 pies. And if you're a non-member, you'll be asked to make 2 pies. Now, in this building, I think it's the D. Clark building,
That's
the General
Store. General store. That's got a lot of names.
You will see a lineup clear right across the street, and right across 401
Yes.
Railway East.
Yep.
And you will have a hard time waiting for the pie because, Jim, your husband, no, I'm kidding, Tom. Tom will come by you with his rhubarb pie and ice cream, and you are just like, okay, I'm going to have rhubarb. And then, maybe you'll see Don Whiting come by with apple, and you'll be like, oh, I'm having apple now. And you're going to see so many homemade pies that by the time you get up there, you're like, I'll take 4 of one of each kind, please.
And you know what? I have a little story for you because we usually have 100 to 120 pies brought. Now you divide those into 6 pieces and we do not have very many. We sell a few whole pies at the end of the day, but very few. So you know how many, we think we have around 600 people come in the day. We keep track at the gates.
Yep.
Now, but still, you think they've had a lot of pieces of pie, haven't they, before they leave?
I've seen it. I've seen people come out.
And all kinds of pies.
It's so exciting. I can't even handle it. Okay, quilts. Let's talk about quilts. Oh my gosh. So they have, I was going to grab the little raffle book. So yesterday I came out and I bought 2 tickets. Don't worry, I'm not done. I bought 2 tickets. They're $10 each. Now, the lovely ladies of Frenchman Butte, they meet every Monday, and they quilt in the afternoon. They bring their lunch and they quilt for the day. And there's, I think, 4 quilts in the log cabin just over there, and they're hanging. You can go look at them, and they've, so-and-so made this quilt. And you can buy a ticket for $10, and you may win one of the quilts. Well, let me tell you, I won and am proud owner of one of Marilyn's quilts. And that was the most exciting thing. I love that quilt. It's just so beautiful. Actually, I didn't win it. Bill won it, but that doesn't matter. It's mine anyway. So this year they're doing something a little bit different. And Marilyn, why don't you tell us what is happening?
Well, we actually have we made 5 quilts. And there's one that's huge. Marge Priest was a quilter with us for years and can't come with us anymore to quilt, but she donated all the material. Pat Harlan sewed it together. Pat took it upon herself to pay for professional quilting. Museum doesn't do that. We all do our own quilting, but Pat had it professionally done. Now this year, we're thinking that we're going to auction that quilt off, just because it's special. And it is beautifully done and whatever. So we're going to auction that quilt off, and then there'll be 4 to raffle with the $10 ticket that you buy, right? And a lot of our material is donated. When we're done with our day and all the money we take in, I send it into Saskatchewan Liquor and Gaming, and we get a grant back from them.
Nice.
And that helps us purchase stuff for the next year.
That's wonderful.
And it's a great time. From January till the end of May, we meet every Monday. Yes, we have a hot dog stand all day, and there's smokies and hot dogs and drinks. And we even have sauerkraut for the hot dogs. So
they're the best hot dogs, actually. Just sold over at the log house.
Right there, yeah. And then our pies. And then in the evening we have a supper.
Right.
Yeah. We're hoping for a great day this year. Now, there's one little thing I'd like to add. This last year in June, we had the Prairie North magazine come. Now, that's a Saskatchewan magazine. We'd been trying for years to get them to come, and I wasn't contacting the right person. When we did get to the right person, we had 2 ladies come, and they spent one day with my husband with all the historic sites around here. The next day we had a school tour here, and they came. We said be here by 10, and they came in at 9:30. They were so excited.
Nice.
Now, I think it's a 6-page write-up in the summer issue of the Prairie North magazine. It's beautifully done. Ruth Bittner was the lady that did it and wrote it and gathered the pictures. We've had 12 to 14 people come from Saskatoon, Calgary, PA, Regina, that have read that piece and had to come and see what we have here. And they cannot believe the gem we have in this small hamlet of Frenchman Butte.
You're absolutely right.
So we really have to thank them. And if anybody gets a chance, please read that, because it's very good for the museum. Tells you about everything.
No, it's about the building, it's about the artifacts, it's about the pies, it's about the quilting. But Maria, there's something else that you get when you come to Frenchman Butte, and that is hospitality. You get a lot
boy,
of
do
great
you ever.
hospitality when you come here. And like we thought you'd known this lady forever, who's in the, so she's in the tea house.
Yep.
Turns out you just met her, you guys are hugging.
Yeah. You know, for 14 years, you know, we've been around here and we get to love the place. And our motto is first, hospitality, second, good food.
That's right.
Homemade buns usually, and most of the time homemade squares. And it's just, you know, we like the volunteers to come if they want to.
Right.
Then they're happy to be here. If they've been talked into it, sometimes they're not as happy, right? So we try to get people that really want to come, and you know, it really shows up in our hospitality.
Do you have a favorite out here that happens that day? Is it the parade for you? Is there anything else that happens that's your favorite, Mary?
Well, the parade, I love the music, you know, and I think that it's just the amount of people that come. Like when you stand up there to announce the parade, and both sides of this are filled right back to past the pie house. It's just it's a great feeling. And you know what? That's our thank you for all the volunteer hours that the board and the local people put in. Is the thank yous of those people coming to see what you've done.
It's a wonderful day. It's an amazing day.
33 years. And is there camping? Can you still camp? Or is
Yes,
that all?
we have some camping spots left. And if they I think my number's on the website, so if they go, they can see what we have left. I think we have probably about 6 spots left for the weekend, and full hookups. And then there's some with just electricity. So, but I'd like to get back just a moment to Phase 4 you were talking about.
Yes, Phase 4.
Well, when we put the grant in, we called it the Rooms of History, is what we called it. Now we have a barber shop in there, which is Bonnie's father's.
That's right, Vic.
We have a washing machine. We have a telephone. We have a trapper shack. We have let's see now. I'm thinking, you know, a town office.
Right.
And it has some survey stuff in it. And we have an old tool shop and where boots were repaired. And we have a piano there that came over with the bar colonists.
Oh, wow.
And it's amazing. So that room in itself, just to go through that building in itself, and that's our newest. And the other one is the other new display in this building is the British Home Children. Now I'm not sure if you know about the British Home Children.
Yep.
We have a lady that
we've had Susan on the show.
Okay.
Suzanne.
Well,
Suzanne.
this is a by Hazel Carrier is her name, from Rocky Mountain House. Made this quilt. Her grandfather was a British Home, and so was her grandmother.
She was here last year.
She was here.
She was here. She stood right over there,
and none of those children knew about it till after they were gone.
That's right.
Because they didn't want to talk about the life they had. And, you know, we know that some children really benefited from it, and there's some that didn't, right?
Definitely not. Yeah.
But we have a beautiful quilt hanging in here that you can have a look at, and it has some pictures on there of some of the British Home Children in this area. And so that's another added item that they can walk by and see.
Anything we're forgetting, Marilyn, about the day? Or
Well, I'd like to say you get in by donation. So there isn't a set fee. We have donations at each of the entryways. And so you put in what you feel or what you think you can afford. But all that money goes to operating and repairing the buildings here on the
Lovely.
museum grounds.
Marilyn,
Yep.
thank you so much. And thanks for the cool drink and for the treats as well.
Thank you. And I'm so happy that you two have a fond spot for this place as well, because anybody that comes just can't believe what we have. So thank you, Kurt.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Oh, thank you.
She gets a hug. I get a hug. That's okay. Maybe Toby will hug me tomorrow.
Was there something else, Jason? You were...
He's moved.
Toby Cullum is going to join us tomorrow. We're going to talk about Saturday's games at Big Manitou Lake, because they've got the Scottish Heavy Games going out in Manitou Lake. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow with Toby Cullum. We'll be back at New Lloyd, Mr. Nissan. I don't even know if I was even close. Thanks for watching.